Okay, I debated how I was going to do this with the inside of the boots and the top. Now this portion here will have to come off anyway. Whether you use a knife or not, you can just kind of move this out of the way here and have that cap go up and over. But what I'm going to do is I have these little sets called Dockyard, and some of you that are new are not familiar with it. I know I repeat myself often, and I do that for the fact that there are people that are watching that have not carved before and don't know anything about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start hollowing out with this. I'm going to just start working my way towards the gun stock. Now that gun stock is going upward, okay, like so. So I'm going to kind of draw it in there, and I'm going to kind of cut some of that out. But it's going to be a little tricky. You're going to have to take your time. And then I'm going to go straight down along the gun stock itself. Okay. And I'm just going to start hollowing stuff out. Now, I think I have a little bit larger one. If you have a little wider sweep on your gouges, it works pretty well. Alright, so you don't have to. You can leave it like this, but I'm just going to take a little bit out here. And I did wet it. You notice how nice and it comes out. And so we're going to go to the edge. Remember, we put that little edge in there, so we don't want to go all the way to the edge. We want to stay about a 1/16 of an inch away from the side. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of a trick here to it. Again, you want to lean your finger up against your project. You notice I'm not pushing with my hand. It is a good idea to wear gloves when you do this. It won't protect you from stabs, but it will help the severity of it in case you happen to slip and fall. Okay, see how I'm starting to get that look like a hollowness? You don't hollowed out portion. You don't have to go in too deep. Just stay away from the edge there and just kind of work your way around. We're going to do the same thing with the boots, and we'll worry about that gun portion a little bit later. I'm going to work away from the gun there, from that. And you kind of have to keep that at the same angle, you know, that you see it here. But we're going to go up a little deeper. This is going to take some doing, but you can see that we're getting a lip there. So I'm going to do more of this offline because I think it's just easier for me to see it and to work on it. But you get the idea that how far, well, really depends on you. You can go as far as you like with it, but I'm going to try to stay 1/8 of an inch away or so, or 1/16 of an inch away, and I'm going to try to make it even on both sides. That's the hard part. Alright, just take your time. Now, you wet it with this, you want to be careful because it can crack on you when it dries. Just put enough on there that you can work it, soften it up a little bit like I'm doing right now, and you don't want to go too far into the butt of the gun because you want to have that exactly flat and straight, so you want to be mindful of that. Alright, and so I'm going to finish this off line a little bit. And the same thing with the boots. You want to go down a little ways, stay 1/8 of an inch. You want to round off your edges a little bit. Alright, like so. Just round off the edge. See, you don't need a lot to make it look like it, and then you can paint it dark. Alright, we'll be back and I'll show you what the boots and all that look like, but let me show you with the boots. Same thing, you're going to stay away from the edge there. Just kind of work your way down. Work from the outside and work your way down a little bit and kind of scoop it up. Take little bits and pieces out. You don't have to make it real deep. You know, stay away from the edge as much as possible. Go from the edge to the center. And we'll be right back.